Hey guys, we're back. I almost forgot. I said at the beginning of the video I was gonna talk about some of my brushes that I use, but first I'm gonna add some lip balm. I almost forgot. I actually went and I vacuumed, and I was like, hey, I forgot to talk about some of the brushes. That's just the Naturium in the shade Petal. So I'll start with the brushes that are dirty first. One of the first ones being this brush. It's from the brand Lithe, L-I-T-H-E, and I got it from Ipsy, and I have like two of these. It's the bronzer brush. I use it for face powder. You can use it for a bronzer too, but I like it for face powder because it's not too dense, but it's not too fluffy. I don't know. Again, just like with me, I'm not a makeup professional. I don't know what I'm doing, even with like describing things. I know what I like, and I like these Lithe brushes. At least this one, which is the bronzer brush. And then the other one that I use, also from, nope, not you. One sec. One of my giveaways, I'm pretty sure I gave some of these away. The tapered powder brush, also from Lithe. I also like using this. I like using the tapered powder brush for bronzer, and I like using the bronzer one for powder. The powder one is also, it's not too dense or that. I mean, you could use it for whatever. Bronzer, blush, face powder. It comes in a set like this. It comes with the bronzer brush and the face powder brush, again, from Lithe. It's a duo that I've bought in, I think, at least 3, maybe 4 times from Ipsy. I may have given one set in the last giveaway actually, but I don't know. I like them for face powder and bronzer. I don't really know what to say about them, honestly. This is from ColourPop, and I'm pretty sure I got it in a set. I use it for a bronzer. It's the ColourPop F28. And I really like this one for powdered bronzer. This one is a bit more dense and like a lot more bristles on it. But I like using it for bronzer. I don't know what it's meant for. I assume bronzer or powder. This is a Morphe TE100 brush, and I like this one for highlighter because it's small, and I don't know what else I would use it for besides maybe spot concealing, but that's a good one. This is a buffing foundation brush that I got from Profusion. It just says buffing foundation 7D1. I use it for cream and liquid blush because it's nice and small and it's compact. But you could also use it for foundation. But I prefer to use it for cream and liquid blush or cream and liquid bronzer because of how small it is. This one though, I also really like this. This is Beauty for Real. This comes in a duo, I think. And I also got this from Ipsy. This is Complexion. I use this one straight up for cream and liquid bronzer or cream and liquid blush because I like that it's angled, and again it's like a nice dense brush, and you can just like, you know, I mean, if you guys watch my Get Right With Me's, because that's what I mostly do, Get Right With Me's, I just sit here and I don't like this. I like to tap my stuff and blend it out. This one's a great one. This is a Baddington. It says Baddington. I've had this one. This is a very old brush. Also got this one as a duo from Ipsy. And it just says Baddington and nothing else on it. If I had to assume or guess what kind of a brush it is, because it is very like dense, there's not a lot of give, I would assume this is a complexion one as well, so probably for foundation. But I use it for cream and liquid blush and bronzers. That's my preferred way to use it. So that one's gonna go back in the baskets. I'll keep those there for now. What else? I only want to show you guys the ones that I use a lot more. So here's another Beauty for Real brush. These two came as a set. So you got like this one that says complexion, and then this one says powder. And I do use this one mostly for powdered bronzer and sometimes powdered blush if I want the powder blush diffused more out on my cheek. I believe I have 2 of the powdered one and 2 of the complexion one, or at least I used to. Grace may have them, but I do recommend that. This is the other Baddington one that came with, it came with this one. So these two came as a set like this from Ipsy. And this one is, again, it's a nice big fluffy brush, and I use it for powdered blush, powdered bronzer, face powder, but I think this one I mostly use for powdered bronzer or blush. It's nice and fluffy. Don't use that one a lot. This one I got from my friend Chris. I think it's, since she sent it to me, I use it a lot for my powder bronzer. It's from Moda Studios. I don't know if you can buy it on its own or not, but I also use it for powder bronzer. I just like how I just dip in once and just go to town. It's nice and big. Here's another. Do I have 3 sets of these? Oh, I have 2 sets. Here's another one of the Beauty for Real. So I have, looks like I have 2 sets. So again, I use it for, this is the powder brush. I use it for powder, blush, and bronzer. This my friend Chris sent to me. It's from Farah. If I do use a brush for my foundation, because for the most part, my go-to for putting on foundation is a Real Techniques sponge. That's my favorite one. I'm going to stop buying other ones. I'm just going to stick with the Real Technique ones. I usually buy mine off Amazon. I find it's the best deal. But if I decide that I want to use a brush for foundation, it's going to be this Farah Stippling 40 FM brush, and I feel like it does a really good job. It doesn't leave streaks or anything. It's a nice stippling brush. Try to see brushes that I use a lot. This brush is from MSQ. Again, I will say this time and time again, MSQ is on Amazon, and if I did have to switch out all my brushes, especially eyeshadow brushes, I would go to MSQ and just get them off Amazon. This one says MSQ, and that's all it says on it. It came in a set. I like using this for if I want to like be very specific with setting powder, and just like go under my eye right here and right here, maybe right here, around the nose. Like, I like this for when I'm being very specific. And also, it's not, there's give to this one. I don't know. I really like it. You could use it for powdered blush. You probably could actually use it for cream blush too. Because it's small enough. But this is probably one of my favorite MSQ brushes. And again, I can't tell you the exact name of it, but I got it in a set off Amazon. MSQ. This one I use a lot as well. This is a, what do you call this one? Real Techniques. This is the Expert Face Brush. And I like this one for cream and liquid blushes because I like how small and compact it is. It isn't too squishy or fluffy. Like, you can tell that there's like a little give, but not a lot. And I feel like I have more control with that one. So that's another one. Again, I'm only recommending the ones that I use a lot, like my go-tos. I do kind of want to come in and condense my brushes down again. So there's those ones. Try to do like the face brushes first. And actually, didn't I throw a bunch of brushes in down here? Oh, I did too. Let me pull these out. threw a bunch of face brushes down in my bin because I didn't have space. Alright, another brush that my friend Chris sent me that I find myself using but I have it put away right now so I can use other brushes. This is from Wet n Wild. And I'm assuming, it doesn't say what it is, but I'm assuming it's a powdered brush. So powder, like face powder or bronzer. I tend to use it for bronzer because again, it's nice, big, it's a little bit fluffy, but it still has, it doesn't give too much. There's still enough something there. You could use it for powder blush, but I like it mostly for powder bronzer. Here's another MSQ brush. This one I like for blush and face powder. Again, it came in the same set. It's also angled, but this one has more give to it. You see, it has more give. This one actually, yeah, powder blush. I have a couple of these, and oh, these are different. Why is one heavier and one's lighter? Did they change this? These are both the e.l.f. Putty blush brushes. I get mine from Walmart. This one feels thicker, like the handle feels thicker. How is that possible? It does. It's weird. Anyways, I do like using these for cream and liquid blushes. They're small, so you can be very specific. I do, yeah, if you want a good brush for cream or liquid blushes, I would recommend getting one of the e.l.f. Putty. It says putty blush, but you can use it with liquid. So I would recommend those ones. Here's some more of the Lith brushes. I have two more. A bronzer and tapered powder. So it looks like I have 3 sets of these. It's one of my favorites. Here's another one of the Beauty for Real complexion brushes, the slanted one. I just showed you guys the other one. It's in my, I put it back in the, oh no, it's right here. Here's a dirty one, clean one. Again, I found the Beauty for Real brand and the Lith off of Ipsy and BoxyCharm. So I really like these ones. MSQ, I don't know, I just like I like the MSQ brushes. So here's some more MSQ brushes. We have, I want to say this is a highlighter fanning brush. I don't use this one a lot, but when I remember that I have it, I use this one for highlighter as well, powdered highlighter. Then we have MSQ brush. Look how I didn't dry it properly. But I use this for powdered bronzer for the most part. And then here's another one. I don't know if these are the same. No, they're not. You can, or are they? They just, I dried them so wacky. But it doesn't really matter. I use this one for bronzer as well. Sometimes I wouldn't be surprised if I have used it with blush. But, and then this one, it's another MSQ brush, and I'm going to assume that I know I use this one. I think I also use this one for either powder highlight as well or powder blush, because you can be very specific with it. Or you can use it for like setting powder if you want to be very specific with where you're putting it. MSQ brushes, again, you get those off of Amazon. I do use these two. Luna Magic. So this one says Blend the Rules, and then this one says Glow Up. I use these. I like this one for cream and liquid bronzer. Again, it has like the teeniest amount of give, but it's very compact and dense, so I like that. You could also use this one for cream and liquid blushes, but I find I use this one the majority of the time for cream and liquid bronzer. And then this one I use for highlighter, the Glow Up one. I use it for highlighter or blush. You can use cream and liquid blush or powder blush. I also have, I use these two. I know I use these two as well. They're also from Profusion. We have a flat setting powder brush, but I think I use this one for highlighter, and I also use it for eyeshadow. And then we have the round tapered powder brush. I'm pretty sure I use this one for blush. Cream or liquid blush. Or even cream or liquid bronzer. And then these other brushes. This one, this is a random brush, and I'm pretty sure I got it off not She Glam. Cheyenne or Temu. And it's a nice, kind of dense, it has a little bit of give, but it's an angled brush, and I like using it again for cream and liquid blushes and bronzers. I don't use these ones often. This one here is from Wing Me. I think I got it from Ipsy, and I use this for highlighter. And then this one here, Real Techniques. This is one of my older brushes. Blush brush, and yeah, I do use it for powder blush, but I also use it for powder bronzer. And then those other ones I'm not going to recommend because I barely use them. Like I said, I'm only going to talk about the ones that I use the most. And then in here, we have another lift brush right here. Tapered powder brush. I must have 3 sets of this. I have to. You guys see me use these two quite a bit in my videos. They're from Jessica Simpson, and I use them for this one more so for powder bronzer. Sometimes powder blush, but I use this one here, the one that's a little bit angled. This for powder blush. There's those two. This Real Techniques one, I use this one. What's this one called? Setting brush. I use this one mostly for highlighter. Alright, so that's it for face brushes. Now we'll go into eyeshadow brushes. And again, I'm going to talk about the ones that I use the most of the time. I have some random ones that I use when my good brushes, what I consider my good brushes, are dirty. So this is probably one of my most used brushes. I have several of this one. I have it at both the large and medium. It's the, what's it called? It's Wet n Wild. And it's the large eyeshadow brush. It's my favorite go-to eyeshadow brush. So I've got several. These are all the large eyeshadow brush. It's my go-to. These are all washed. This one's the dirty one. But if I had to recommend, if I was to only have one eyeshadow brush that I use, I could easily knock it down to just using this brush. I feel like it's perfect for packing shadow on, blending it out. Like, I don't know. It's a good one. So there'll be that one. This is a random one. It's a Luxie brush. The writing's almost done, but it definitely says it's an eye blending brush. This one is also, I believe, from Ipsy. And it's a good packing brush. This one's dense, doesn't have a whole lot of give to it. I use these two a lot. This one has no name. I don't know where it came from. Oh, actually, yes, I do. Quo Beauty. It's a Canadian brand. I used to have a set of these brushes, and then this was ended up being the only one I liked. I just like how small it is, especially where for my eyes, I don't really have eyes. Like, I have eyes, but not a lot. Because when my eyes are open, it's mostly just all this right here and like very little lid space. And I feel like this is tiny enough for my. Like, it's the exact width of my eyelid. So I like using it for shadows across, going in the crease, just detailing out here, underneath the eye. It's very nice. And then this one here is from MSQ, and I like how tiny it is. It came in a set. But I like tiny brushes like this because my eyes are tiny. And I can just be out here and blend it into the crease going underneath the eye. It just says MSQ on it. It doesn't say anything else. Okay, other brushes that I really... Okay, this one you guys see me use a lot. This one I really don't know who this came from. but it's a very fluffy brush. I like this one when I want to just take and blend out the edges up here mostly. I have a couple of this. I know I gave Grace a couple too. Jeez, now it's like, where are they? Well, I got two different styles. So these are from Still Spa Essentials. The names are written off, but there's two different styles. You got this one that's a bit, the bristles are a bit longer, and there's like more give to it. I like using this one to like put shadow here and like get it into the crease and like start blending it up and out. And then this one's from the same brand, but the bristles are a bit shorter and there's less give to it. It's more compact. And I like using this one to go out here too, and also like really just stay right in the crease and like going under. It's also, this is a really good brush for the Natasha Denona shimmers. I feel like you can just go in and swirl it all in there and it like just whoop right over. So those are Still Water brushes, and I got them from Walmart. What other ones do I use the most? Some of them I just use when my favorite ones are dirty. Brushes that you guys, okay, this one you guys, I use a lot as well. It's also from Quo Beauty, and I just like this one for like putting a neutral shade over. If I have foundation on my lids and I kind of want to set it, I'll use this, or I'll use it to start building color up out this way, or I'll use it to blend out the outer part of my eye look. It's from Quo Beauty, again, that's a Canadian brand. I already talked about that one. See, because I've got more Wet n Wild brushes. We have a medium eyeshadow brush, and then this one here is like a longer, I can't remember what they call this one, but it's longer bristles. That one's, I only have one of that one. I think it's because I couldn't find any. But I like the medium eyeshadow brush, and then this one, I don't know what it's called as well. The Wet n Wild eyeshadow brushes I like. Now, here's some more MSQ brushes. I don't think I use all, I have used all of these, but I don't use all of them all the time. This is a set of MSQ brushes, and I know I like this one because it's kind of like, the bristles are long and tapered in the middle, so this is good for like, again, for me with my eye shape, I can come out here and like bring it up past the crease or go right in the crease, so it's great for blending. There are two of these small, teeny tiny tapered brushes, and again, these are good for like, I don't know, if you want to start doing some liner across here with shadows, getting right into the crease, maybe detailing out here underneath the eyes. They don't have names because they came in a set. And then we have another tapered one that looks a bit, are these the same? Did I buy two of the same? I did. I bought two of the same set. So there's that one. And then we have this brush, which I can tell I've been using this one and not this one. It's the same brush, but it's kind of like tapered, so it comes up like to an angle. And they both definitely have give to them. But I like to take the angled part and just put it right here, and you know, I don't know, they're nice and soft. They're not scratchy. Then we have two of this one. Yeah, I definitely bought two sets. And these are nice and fluffy. You just, if you want to, again, you guys see how I do my eyeshadow. It's always the same. But these are so soft and they don't scratch my lid. So they're good for me starting my shadow out here, dragging it into the crease, blending it up a little bit. And then you could like take it down your eyes. MSQ. Check them out. They're on Amazon. And then I have two of this one. This one, I've used this one more than this one. This one looks like it's barely been touched. Or, is this the same brush? It looks like it is, but isn't. think it is. Anyways, these for underneath or smudging stuff out on the upper lash line. So I would recommend those ones as well. What other ones? I know I have more MSQ brushes. Another still water brush. It's the same one that I already showed you guys. There's another one. Usually if I find a brush I like to have multiples of it. Like, I really could go through and get rid of more brushes. MSQ. I'm just looking for some MSQ brushes. MSQ. MSQ. Another still water brush. So, like, as you can see, I've got 2 of that one, 3 of this one, but I'm pretty sure I gave Grace 2 or 3 of those as well for when she randomly does her eyes. That one's an MSQ. Oh, there's... I've got different MSQ ones in here. This one goes with this set. That one goes with that one. Sorry guys. That's that. These... I was gonna try and split these up right quick to what brands are what brands since I'm sitting here. That's Harry Potter. Looks like a Morphe brush. Then I have some like random brushes here. Alright. So these are MSQ. This also came in, I believe these ones came in the set with the bigger brushes, but these are all eye brushes and I like all of them. So we have this one, again, as you can see it's like tapered and angled. And it's good for my tiny eyes. This is a good blending one. The bristles are kind of long, but again, you can like pack in here, really get into the crease. There's another angled one, and they're all for the eyes. I don't know. I like the MSQ ones because they're all so soft. Here's a good one. You can use that one for your lips if you want it, or eyeliner. But I just like how small and soft they are, and they don't scratch my eyes. Like, I clearly like the MSQ eyeshadow brushes. I also have these MSQ ones, a liner brush. This one I don't like too much. It's kind of too fluffy for my liking, but it's okay to use for like really blending up here. And then these two are kind of thicker. I feel like this one's a concealer brush, and then this is an eyeshadow brush. These 4, I believe, came with some of the face brushes. We have... These I got free from Odin's Eye. They're not my favorites, but they work. Again, they don't scratch my eyes, and they're tiny. Like, I like how small they are, especially for my eyes. These ones you guys don't really see me use, so maybe I won't talk about them. Yeah, I won't talk about those ones. I just want to talk about the ones you guys see me use the most. I really like this brush. My friend Chris sent it to me. I thought I seen the brand on here. I think it has like the letter G on it or C. But it's like this gray brush, and it's like a nice tapered brush. I use it for like doing out here into the crease, blending, buffing out. I don't know the brand though. If you guys know the brand, let me know. I think it's the letter G or C on here. I think it's a C. Other brushes, I mean, you guys see me use this Harry Potter one. I don't know where the rest of my Harry Potter brushes went. I might have either given them to Grace or decluttered them. But this is like a nice fluffy brush as well out here. Again, I do my eye looks all the same, but there's that one. And yeah, I feel like the most used eyeshadow brushes, that's probably it. These two, I don't use them as much as I used to. I used to use these two exclusively all the time. They're both from Morphe. This tiny one, again, they don't say what they are, but I know they're Morphe. This one, because it's so teeny tiny, I would just be out here into the crease, blend it out, and then I would use this one to come in and like buff out and blend shades. Also good for like underneath. I feel like compared to like the MSQ brushes though, these are scratchy compared to them. And yeah, so this stack right here, the MSQ and Wet n Wild, with the exception of these purple ones from Odin's Eye, I mostly gravitate towards my Wet n Wild and MSQ eyeshadow brushes. Some that are left over that I have, I use them, but they're not my favorites. Shades by Sean, there's these ones, they're nice. And I like that they're good for smaller eyes. I think I got this set from Ipsy. I have some leftover ColourPop eyeshadow brushes. I feel like I could get rid of these ones. I'd probably keep this one though, because I like how, again, teeny tiny it is. It's stained. These two are all right. I'm gonna throw them in my drawer. I kind of just might want to keep these ones and put the rest in the drawer. I don't know. Then we have some random brushes here. These are from, what's that brand called? I got it from Costco, Brushworks. There's a liner brush, these two eyeshadow brushes. They're all right. Not my favorite though. This brush I think is Jessica Simpson, yeah. I guess you guys do see me use this one. It's like short, a little bit dense. And again, it's good for like packing on eyeshadow, like shimmers or whatever. This one here is a Spectrum A28 brush. That one's, it's nice, not a favorite though. There's just some like random brushes here that I don't really, I use them if my favorite brushes are dirty. But I think I'm gonna take these brushes and throw them down the bottom drawer and just keep these ones up. Alright guys, that is my brushes. I guess I'm not gonna, I'll just do this video as a separate video instead of doing it with my fall video, because that'll be way too long. But anyways, hopefully that helps some of you guys. Yeah, MSQ, check them out. I think if I had to like recommend, because I don't want to be like, oh, go on Ipsy to get these specific brushes, right? Are they my favorites? Yes. But my recommendation is go onto Amazon. If you're looking for brushes that are, especially affordable ones, go on Amazon, look up MSQ. Every MSQ brush set that I've bought so far, I have not been disappointed. So, and then again, the Wet n Wild large and medium eyeshadow brushes are my favorites. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helped those of you who've been wondering for the past year the brushes that I've been using. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching guys, hanging out with me. Enjoy your Sunday.